Hi there, my friends, and welcome to Live Like a Berry, where we read books together. Today's book is called I Don't Want to Read This Book Aloud, written by Max Greenfield. Are you ready? Let's go! This book is meant to be read aloud. If it's okay, I don't want to read this book aloud. Again, and I don't mean to be rude, but I'd really rather not read this book aloud. Thank you so much. Okay, for the very last time, I do not want to read this book aloud. I don't want to read it out loud either. It's dopey words like aloud that makes me want to remain silent. Whose idea was it to read aloud anyway? It certainly wasn't mine. I wonder whose idea it was. It wasn't my idea. Who said that? Ugh, I guess now is as a good time as any to address the elephant in the room. Hello, elephant.
Hello.
Oh, he's cute, my friends.
I think I know why you don't want to read this book aloud. And I think you know why too. I think it's because you're afraid.
Wait, he thinks I'm afraid? No, duh! Yeah, I guess he's right. You know they say elephants have the smallest brains of any animal, even smaller than cats and snakes. It's true, my friends, elephants have tiny brains and big bodies. Maybe that's why they inexplicably spell their name using a PH instead of an F.
Hey, that's not fair.
Next to going to the dentist, reading a book aloud is maybe the most terrifying thing a person can do. Here is a list of other things I'm afraid of. Elevators, ding. Bumblebees, buzz. Purple vegetables. Wait, purple vegetables? Outer space, gulp. Rodents. Oh, mice are very scary, my friends, and rats too. Mummies. All of my teeth falling out. Eek! Oh, those can be scary things, but they can also be funny things. Depends on how you look at it. I totally don't trust the drain in the bathtub, but I'm not afraid of quicksand anymore. Also, my friend's older sister said she was scared of something called FOMO, but I'm not afraid of that, and I don't know what that means. FOMO is the fear of missing out. Just thinking about reading this book aloud gives me a stomach ache. Any number of terrible things could happen. I mean, what if I lose my place? What if a random thought pops into my head and I forget where I was? What if a nearby volcano erupts? What am I supposed to do then? Start over? My friends, if you lose your place, it's okay. Just take a deep breath and look for where it is and just start again. Not a big deal. Just thinking about reading this book aloud gives me a stomach ache. Any number of terrible things could happen. I mean, what if I lose my place? What if a random thought pops into my head and I forget where I was? What if a nearby volcano erupts? What am I supposed to do then? Start over? Yeah, I think we did just start over. Or am I going crazy? Oh my goodness. Then there's the sound of my own voice. Sometimes I'll stop and listen to myself when I'm reading aloud. This is always a mistake. This is what reading this book aloud sounds like to me. You ready, my friends? Wah, blah, wah, blah, blur, blah. Wah, blah, boo, do, thoo, do, blur, blah, thunk. Oh goodness, even the elephant's covering his ears. Did I sound that bad? Aplomb. Aplomb is a word I've never seen before in my life. I'm not even sure how to pronounce a word like aplomb. What am I supposed to do when I'm reading a book aloud and I run into a word like aplomb? Do I just throw the book as hard as I can out the nearest window? No, because under no circumstances am I willing to humiliate myself and admit to the whole entire world that I have no idea what an aplomb is. And I will not ask for help. Want to know a secret, my friends? There are words that even the adult in your life does not know how to say or spell. You're not the only one. Go and ask.
I'd be happy to help. So glad you asked.
Wait, when did we ask the elephant? Oh, well, let's hear what he has to say.
Aplomb. Aplomb is a tricky word, but beautiful in its own structure and usage. It means self-confidence or assurance. If I were to use it in a sentence, I might say, you are reading this book aloud with great aplomb.
Oh, that does make sense. Thanks, elephant.
I'm never reading another book aloud again. Merely suggesting that I read this book aloud will forever be remembered as an unforgivable act. The only thing I'm thankful for is that this book isn't a chapter book. That would be bad. No chapter books here. Not even the most awful human being or condescending elephant would ever ask anyone to read a chapter book aloud. Just the thought of it makes me feel like I'm drowning in quicksand, which, come to think of it, I am still afraid of. Also, why is everyone looking at me? Chapter 2, Bravery. Oh no. Bravery is overrated. Also, what about the courage it takes to say, I'm not comfortable reading this book aloud? I mean, just because some random elephant suggests it doesn't mean I should have to do it. And if the elephant doesn't like it, that's an elephant problem, not a me problem. I already told you it wasn't me. Go away, elephant. I'm on a roll here. Today, we stand up for the not-so-aplomb, the shy ones and the quiet ones. We stand up in support of reading to ourselves. And maybe, instead of reading aloud, what we should be doing is a whole lot more of listening aloud. Because if I can listen aloud to you and you can listen aloud to me, then maybe we can listen aloud to each other. I know, it doesn't make sense. Just go with it. And let the loud readers read aloud. Let them read so loud that it can be heard from ocean to ocean and sea to shiny sea. Because it isn't us against them or us against an elephant. This is about who we are and choosing when to use our voices once we've discovered them. After all, isn't the world already loud enough? Hold for applause. Thank you. The end. Oh, my friends, what a silly book that I did have to read aloud. And the poor elephant, it wasn't his idea, but we kept telling him it was. Oh, goodness me. My friends, until next time, I want you to remember to play like a berry, read like a berry, and live like a berry. Goodbye.